What's good, everyone? Welcome to another Livewire Sports Media. All right, this video is a exclusive video that I'm doing. I was going to do it early today, but I said I was going to do it like early in the morning, late in the morning. So it's kind of early for me. It's like 5 in the morning. I'm doing this video. Um, Cheryl Swoops. Cheryl Swoops seems like she has to make headlines everywhere she goes, and she was recently on the Gilbert's Arena podcast, which she joins his podcast all the time. She always talking on his podcast, and Gilbert Arenas always bring her on. I guess she's like a weekly guest, whatever the case may be. Now, we already know Cheryl Swoops' comments of Caitlin Clark, prior she coming into the league, saying that she shoots like 40 times a game. She, trying to downplay her skill set. She even had a conversation. I watched the clip. She had a conversation with a young lady saying that it took it took Caitlin 6 games just to break, her scoring title, her scoring record, or whatever the case might be. It just goes to show you that no matter what, they are scared that this young white woman is going to break all their records. And they try to minimize her skill set as much as possible, to the fact that she wants to pump up Angel Reese as the Rookie of the Year if it was to end it today. That's how delusional Cheryl Swoops is. And granted, Cheryl Swoops is one of my favorite players. She's been one of my favorite players back in when she was playing at Texas Tech, even when she came into the WNBA. And we're going to get to her story coming to the WNBA shortly. Just give me a minute. So she was on Gilbert Arenas' podcast. They talked about a lot of issues, about the foul, whatever. And, one thing she did brought out is like, if Rookie of the Year had ended today, she would have picked Angel Reese over her. But what statistical measure would you pick her? What indication or what notion would it gave you to say, hey, I'm gonna pick her just because you want to pick her because you don't like Caitlin? That's just the only reason why. Because statistically, she ain't touching her. You know what I'm saying? Her impact on the game is totally different from Caitlin's. Because Chicago doesn't have a true point guard. They have guards, but they don't have a true point guard. Caitlin is a point guard and a shooting guard combined. Plus, she could do more. She could assist, rebound, steal, block, and score. Angel's skill set hasn't developed a lot. You know what I'm saying? She rebounds. She's not a great shooter. She gets all her points under the basket. She shoots a little mid-range here and there, but it's just like she don't have a true form shot. And this is something that Swoops alluded to while saying, oh, I would give her the Rookie of the Year, but she still has to develop her game. How you could give her Rookie of the Year if she still have a game? Her game has to be developed. Unlike Caitlin, still has a long way to go, but Caitlin is figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? Because she done had 2 30-point games. She done had she tied with the Diana Taurasi of the player that has 25-5, and she's won. And she has 5 games over 20 points, which is 2 behind Tamika Catchings that has 7. So she already been Rookie of the Month, and most likely she probably gonna end up being Rookie of the Month again because if she continues to have another 20 plus game in the next 3 games, she's going to pretty much lock down Rookie of the Month again easily. So I don't understand it, but I'm gonna let y'all listen to what she had to say because they talked about the foul situation, and this is where I kind of got irritated because she tried to insinuate that Caitlin is a bully, but Angel Reese is not. So listen.
It's like they're manipulating the views because they know we just promote one side, the other side's going to get mad. It's just going to keep flip-flopping it. So it doesn't matter. She knew it. Hey, this is going to be, y'all going to play, what, 20 times before the weekend?
I mean, of course she knew it.
Right?
But, it's the clip they want to post because they're going to get all these likes and reposts, but that's a basketball play. Mm-hmm. She hit her in the head, so of course it should be upgraded to a flagrant one. Refs looked at it, they upgraded it. Can we keep playing basketball? My thing is, like, every time Caitlin gets fouled, we can't make it seem like she was assaulted. But I'm just fouling is a part of basketball. Mm-hmm. Like, you can look at a whole lot of different games and players and clips. And A'ja Wilson, when they played Dallas, A'ja had a bloody nose, a black eye. She got ill. Like, it's basketball. And then when you hear Angel talk about it, you hear Caitlin talk about it, both of them were like, Angel's like, listen, I'm gonna always go for the ball. I agree with you, she's not a dirty player, and Caitlin says it was a basketball play. But then you go to social media and immediately, oh my goodness, she's trying to take her out. She should be suspended. And who are you? Mm-hmm. And what did you do?
But that's the fan base. That's everyone's fan. That's, what I mean? Even when Angel got hit, there was an uproar.
No, it wasn't.
No, not
for Angel.
For Angel was
her fans.
Her fans. Oh yeah, no, her fans was mad as hell, right?
Y'all ain't talking
and
about
then, but everyone wait for her response. I'm a rookie. You know what I mean? So like, oh, she's cool.
But it's almost like you hear Caitlin say, you hear Angel say that, and the fans like, nah, we don't care.
Right.
We don't care that you said it was a basketball play too, Caitlin.
Well, it's almost like, Caitlin, no, don't say that, because we got you.
And that's what it is.
We're going to respond.
And you see that, it's like, but she tried to sing it. It's like she tried to insinuate certain things in the conversation and saying, okay, everybody fans act totally different from their favorite player. That's just sports itself. You know what I'm saying? I have done it, with some of my favorite sports players. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got to be realistic of how you watching the game, because even though Caitlin said it, because Angel Reese didn't really say it. She just said, oh, it was a basketball play, but it seems like certain people get certain people get certain whistles, and which we already know she was trying to allude it to. But if you go back and watch the game, there's clearly a lot of whistles that could have been blown. You know what I'm saying, on a lot of things, a lot. I mean, for Aaliyah Boston to walk away of the game with no fouls, I mean, that's kind of crazy, but nevertheless, but you could tell that Sheryl Swoopes has some level of disdain. It's like everybody has an issue with Caitlin and her fan base. And Gilbert Arenas said it. I don't have a clip for it, but he said it perfectly. The WNBA already had fans, and the new fans that they talking about isn't new fans. These fans came from Caitlin, Reese, Cameron, Enrique, Camilla. These fans came with them. So that is they fans. It's just new fans to them, to the WNBA. You feel what I'm saying? So therefore, they're not used to that. So they want to say, oh, everybody's all these new fans. But these fans were watching college basketball, women's basketball, with these same young ladies in college. So they just transition over to the WNBA, which it brings more viewership, because you gotta think, Angel Reese have what, 3-point-something followers. Caitlin has probably about 2 million. You know what I'm saying? They have a large following. So these people follow them from college to now, and they still want to continue to see them, their favorite players play. It doesn't slide it to the women WNBA, but they don't even hold a candle to these young ladies right now, especially when it comes to fanfare and the fan base. Because you got to think, as good as Breonna Stewart is, Diana Taurasi's 42, she's about to be on her way out. You know what I'm saying? Sabrina Ionescu, you know, Rike Umake, and others, they didn't have that impact. But, you know, but with this rookie class coming in, is showcasing more of the WNBA. And that's what they should be understanding and be thankful, because it's an impact. You know, just like when Bird and Magic and Jordan and Iverson and Kobe and all of them, Vince Carter, all of them, they brought eyes to the league. It's unfortunate. So Cheryl Swoops, to call Caitlyn a bully because she put, like Gilbert Arenas said, she has to create that separation because they all on her. They all on Caitlyn, and she has to find a way to separate herself. Now, they do it in the NBA all the time. LeBron used his forearm and pushed people over, to bulldoze them over. I see Alyssa Thomas do it too. Alyssa Thomas rams you right into, she drives into the lane. So, I mean, to call Caitlyn a bully and just to make it like, oh, if they touch her, she's going to get a foul call. But you got to think about it. This girl's getting beat up the whole season, from the beginning up to now. So they not trying to. The referees got to take a stance at some point and call a foul. Now, some things they don't call all the time, but it's they call ticky-tack stuff. But the stuff that they need to call, yeah, granted, Asia Wilson did got busted in her face a couple of times, but actually, they should have been fouled. If fouls didn't get called, then that's on the coach for the Becky Hammond. That's on her for not fighting for her player. Then you got Lainey Hamilton threw Kelsey Plum to the ground, which there should have been a foul, or should have been whatever it was. It could have been a flagrant, but nothing was a call. Referees miss calls all the time. So when you see all of these other plays, and then when Caitlyn get a call, like when she got hit in the head, the rule states that any hit to the head or the face is going to be a flagrant one. Depends on how severe it is. Because if you deliberately hit a person, that's going to be a flagrant too. But if you're going for the basketball and you hit the person, some people try to say, well, that's a common foul. That's not a common foul, because a common foul is probably straight up foul. She was chasing behind and she went for the ball and she hit her in the head. She made head contact. That's just like in football. If you tackle a quarterback and your hand hit him in his head, that is called, that's hands to the face, or that's pass interference. I mean, not pass interference, roughing the quarterback. Because you cannot use your hand to tackle the quarterback. You got to tackle his body. And if your hand hits his head, that's going to automatically give you a 15-yard penalty. So same thing in the NBA. You cannot hit in the head, regardless if you're going for the ball or not. It's going to be bad. So, but look, I just want to say, Cheryl Swoops, she sounds bitter because I think Caitlyn broke her record in college. Now she tried to water it down and say, "Oh, what she did, I did it in 5 games. She did it in 6." It don't matter. The record is breaking. It's broke. I don't care if she did it in 2 games. It's still broke. I'm saying? And the notion that these Black women have not been prioritized for the WNBA is a bunch of bullshit. And I'm going to show you proof why. Because shout out to AK Nation for this clip. And because I didn't know at the time when the WNBA came about, because when the WNBA came about, I started watching it, and I've been following it, throughout the years during that time, and on and off here and there. But at the same time, it goes to show you the delusional and the lies that these Black women in WNBA is trying to spew, to victimize themselves, to say, hey, they're not getting attention. They wasn't getting attention before. They wasn't getting all of this before. So without ado, again, shout out to AK Nation for this clip. y'all have to watch this clip in its entirety, and it's going to show a lot that we've been talking about on this platform. You know, from Ben Daniels, Pope, Adrian Ross, John Liquidator, all of these, all of us, and AK Nation, we all been putting out facts showing that the idiocracy of these people trying to lie and say that they haven't had the quote unquote glory of being front and center when it came down to women basketball.
Up to Michael Jordan, or even being close to Michael Jordan, and he's like my idol. But I think whenever anyone else wants to compare me to him, it's great, and it's a great honor to be compared to him or any other great basketball player, male that is.
I do the morning lectures, and she comes in, she gives the afternoon lectures more from, I do the male morning, and she does the female in the afternoon.
Hey, Mike, are we going to do this one-on-one thing or not?
See what I mean? She's just like, she's challenging something that she can't win, but yeah, anytime you want it, when you want it. Now?
Please.
I like when they're bad. I'm a dunk on you.
I would like to dunk on Don't touch you. No. She just never wins.
She had the skills that really seemed to be better than anybody else.
The red carpet was rolled out for these black women. We rolled the red carpet out for these black women, man. Salute to Robert Kish, man. We rolled the red carpet out for them, man.
She was playing against, and rarely do you see women who can do that. I think she really opened eyes about women's basketball. She's a credit to women.
They had every opportunity. What basketball player that taking Caitlin Clark under their wing? What basketball player that taking Caitlin Clark under their wing? I'll wait. What great male basketball player that took Caitlin Clark under their wing and co-signed her and took her all around the country with them? I'm waiting. You said King James? King James ain't really co-signer. King James just said some obvious shit. All LeBron said was some obvious shit. Look, man, she the reason that everybody watching. That's what he said. He ain't go on no world tour with her and shit and tell everybody she the next greatest thing. No, he didn't.
That really seemed to be better than anybody else she was playing against. And rarely do you see women who can do that. I think she really opened eyes about women's basketball. She's a credit to women's basketball.
He was tired, old, out of shape, He 11 is the game. And
I just wanted to cut it short before someone got hurt.
Welcome to Run It Back Video, where you can watch Legends over and over again. How can I help you?
You got anything to keep these two entertained?
This one's a classic. What happens in it? Not so long ago, in a galaxy not very far away, Swoops was the first ever space explorer to find a new planet called the WNBA. She joined their fighter squad, the Comets, and they gave her the...
So basically, Sheryl Swoops, they using Sheryl Swoops with the cosign of Michael Jordan to start the league. But black women never got the attention. Nobody ever gave black women any attention. Nobody ever gave black women their credit.
Ultimate gift in the galaxy. Her own shoe. But right before
she had her own shoe. Where is it?
Video where you can watch Legends over and over again. How can I help you?
You got any?
Swoops was the first ever space explorer to find a new planet called the WNBA. She joined their fighter squad, the Comets, and they gave her the ultimate gift in the galaxy, her own shoe.
She had her own tennis shoe. She didn't have to wait like Aja Wilson, man. She had her own tennis shoe. Cheryl Swoops had her own tennis shoe before the league even started. They gave Cheryl Swoops her own tennis shoe before the league even fucking started. Michael Jordan gave her the cosign. Like, hey, everybody, this is the chick. Hey, everybody, this is the chick, y'all. She with me.
But right before a major series of battles, Swoops became pregnant. She became the first to give birth.
Then she got pregnant before the season even started and missed half the year. So they did all that shit. Michael Jordan taking her around everywhere, co-signing her.
Planet WNBA.
You're about to hear this crowd erupt as Cheryl.
Planet called the WNBA. She joined their fighter squad, the Comets, and they gave her the ultimate gift in the galaxy, her own shoe. But right before a major series of battles, Swoops became pregnant. She became the first.
They did all that shit. We gonna start the league around you. You gonna be the star that we're gonna start the league around. This chick got pregnant and missed the whole first half of the season. She got pregnant and missed the whole first half of the season. When the whole league was based on her.
To give birth and return to the planet
You're
WNBA.
about to hear this crowd erupt as Cheryl Swoops checks in.
And she led the Comets to a victory in the first championship battle on the planet.
Wait, that sounds like the end of the movie to me.
You could have given us a spoiler alert. You'll love it.
So yeah, man, whenever they tell you that sisters didn't get a chance, nobody gave sisters a chance like they did Caitlin Clark, man, why they not giving us a chance like they did Caitlin, man? Why they not treating us like they did Caitlin Clark, man? It's all lies. All they do is lie. They're all a bunch of stinky, filthy, disgusting liars. Press 1.
And there you have it, folks. See? The truth, there's always footage to the truth. You can't lie and say you didn't give it, you wasn't given the opportunity when you was given the opportunity. You was the face of the league when the league started. You got pregnant, missed half of the season, came back, helped the Comets win not just one, but 4 titles in 4 years. You beat out a great LA Sparks team, a great New York Liberty team at that time. So, I mean, what are we talking about here? And just to continue to spew this animosity towards Caitlin Clark because y'all scared she's going to be the face of the league, but guess what? She is. She's the face of the league. Adam Silver came out, and things are. I said this before. I said it before, and I said it in a few videos. Especially when Caitlin was getting banged up in the beginning of the season. and a lot of outbursts was going on and on and on. And after that Kennedy Carter situation, you're going to see teams play Caitlin different because they gonna be afraid if they foul her or try to rough her up too much, they gonna get called for a flagrant foul. Watch these games. Now you got teams like, if you notice, when they played Connecticut the second time, they wasn't too physical with her. Now even though Dejanay Carrington played good defense on her, you know, she bumped her and tried to mark her for that foul, but you got to look at it. They played her differently. You know what I'm saying? You know, they still blitz her. She still get blitzed and all of that stuff. Look at the games going to come up against, you know, the Vegas Aces, the Seattle Storm. Seattle Storm plays her pretty good. They don't try to be physical with her. The game that I'm going to watch pretty closely is going to be the one with her versus her on the Fever and the Mercury on June 30th. That's going to be the game. That's going to show how much physicality there's going to be towards Caitlin in that game. Because right now, you know, you kind of see that with the viewership, marketing, and the attendance that the Fever is bringing, they can't afford anything to happen. And I think now that with Coach Sides and all of this stuff going on with the offensive stuff, it's going to be changing pretty rapidly. So, again, now that this footage is out, again, shout out to AK Nation for this. You see, there was a Black woman in the forefront of the league. It wasn't Rebecca Lobo. It was Sheryl Swoopes. They marketed everything around Sheryl Swoopes. Have her going on tours, linking up with Michael Jordan. He giving her praise, singing her praise. But now you in present day, and Caitlin comes along, you got Steph Curry, you got LeBron James, you got all of these other people singing Caitlin's praise. And there's so much jealousy because they don't want a white woman the face of the league. But guess what? You can't stop that. Because if that was the case, then the league would have got behind Angel Wilson the way they did. Nike would have put her in the forefront. Wilson would have signed her. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you had others that came before her that was white. Diamond Taurasi, Breonna Stewart, you know what I'm saying? Sue Bird, all of these, you know, greats back then, you know, then and before. Hell, you had one of the most dominant players in the league at the time, Candace Parker, you know what I'm saying? That was so dominant. She didn't get marketed like this. You know what I'm saying? Who else? You got to think. Maya Moore. You know, she retired early. I think she would have been still playing right now. So there was great talent, but sometimes it takes a unique talent to push the needle. There's talent, but there's always a unique talent that pushes the needle. The ability to gravitate towards the outside world and fans. All of these great players had that. It's not saying that y'all not great. It's just not saying that y'all personality or y'all marketable. You know what I'm saying? It's truth. But for Sheryl Swoopes to sit here and trying to talk negatively about Caitlin Clark and knowing good and well she was like the focal point of the WNBA assistants, she should be saying, hey, I understand that because I was there where Caitlin was. You know, I got pregnant. You should be more of accepting instead of showing all this negativity. Like, the league is going to a whole different direction, like I said before. And trust me, with this next class next year and in the class coming up, it's going to be about viewership. It's going to be about scoring, putting up numbers, you know, shooting, and all of this stuff. It ain't going to be all about that being down low post player and dominant center and all that. Look what you're going to have to be more versatile. Now, A'ja Wilson is versatile because she can shoot threes and stuff like that. But at the same time, how many of them doing that? You know, Brittany, well, Brian Griner, whatever y'all want to call him. You know what I'm saying? So it's just what it is. Cameron Brink is the other one that's pretty very versatile, but they got her as a forward / center, something like that. But nevertheless, man, everybody got to stop with this narrative that the only reason why Caitlyn is where she at because she's white, because that's not the case. Because Sheryl Swoopes, you was front and center of the WNBA when doing its existence when it first started up. Now, and there was many great black athletes, WNBA players after you that had opportunity. It didn't luck up your way. Social media didn't happen for y'all the way it is happening for these young ladies now. NIL deals didn't happen for y'all back then that it is helping these young ladies now. So there's a whole culture change. So and you can't keep the league in a standstill as it is, because nobody's going to be interested in it. It's going to be a point where the league and Adam Silver sees it. Since he's the overseer over the WNBA commissioner, he's going to implement stuff to say, hey, this game needs to change this way. It needs to be a little bit navigated. It needs to fit more of a transition, more scoring, more electricity, open up 3-point shooting a little bit more. You see what Caitlyn's bringing to the game. You got a girl like Sabrina Ionescu could shoot from out there. You know what I'm saying? So the game is going to change. And the older players that's in the league now, they're going to either have to evolve or they're going to get pushed out. It happened in the NBA. It happened in the NFL. It happens in baseball. The WNBA players now, they are afraid of that change. And that's why they see Caitlyn as a threat, because she's come there to revolutionize the game and bring more excitement to it. And you see it in record numbers and attendance. So with that being said, comment, like, subscribe to the video. Again, shout out to all the guys I follow, AK Nation. Good job on that video. Again, guys, game time tonight, 7 o'clock. One more home game before we hit the road. But let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what you think about everything that Sheryl Swoopes said. To me, she needs to stop being old and bitter and jealous and stop trying to hype up Angel Reese over Caitlin Clark. With that being said, I'm out.